Today I am Anuradha from Art and Progressive School, going to start on the topic of the same chapter. The chapter name is Reproductive Health. So students, in this chapter we were studying about the topics which are related to the reproductive health, like what do you understand by it and what are the programs which has been started there. So whenever we are talking about the reproductive health, so here we have to take care both the mother as well as the infant. Okay, so under the different program which was started with the family planning program, later on the name was given RCH program. So what was the objective there? That they have to take care everything about the starting from the pregnancy and after the postpartum period. Okay, so it means that we are taking care of both mother and child even after the delivery also. So here, due to that, because as we are improving the things, consequently it leads to the increase of the population. Okay, so it means that the infant mortality rate and the maternal mortality rate we have control now. Okay, so now what happened, due to that population has been increased. So here we have discussed that what do you understand by the population explosion. So if this graph will go on, what will happen? There will be the population explosion. So how we can control this population, we have to understand in the today's session. Okay, so the first thing about the population, it means that how we can control the birth. Okay, so what can be the different methods? So the name here we are giving that contraceptions or the contraceptives. Okay, these are the things by which we can control the population somehow. So here there are different methods. There are different methods for adopting this contraceptives just according to the need of the couple. Okay. So here, as according to the census, that most of the people, they are in the reproductive age. It means that they are in the reproduction age. So we have to make aware that how they can control the population and how they can go for the spacing between two children. Okay, so for here we have done that what should be adopted, like one child norm policy, or there must be only a two child, how they can adopt these things. Okay, so before the understanding of these contraceptives, what should be the features? Well, how can you say these contraceptives, they are the best one? Okay, it means that they should have some features, and features can be what? The first thing, user friendly. It means that all the person or whosoever they are using it, they can be used very easily. Okay, so there is no such complication that they have to understand how they have to use. Okay, so it means that they should be user friendly. Second thing, it should be easily available. It means that if they are residing any remote areas or any of the place of the country, it should be available. Okay, so when they will be available, then only we can say yes, it is a good contraceptive. Okay, then comes to the third one, effective. Very important, when any of the person they are using these contraceptive, it may be effective. If they are not effective, what does it mean? Right? So it means that their effectiveness must be maintained. Then comes to the reversible with no side effects. It means that there are some contraceptions, okay, which can be reversible. It means that once they have used it, so later on they can go for the normal life. Okay, it means that if they are going for the spacing of children for 3 years or for 5 years, so after 3 years of the 5 years, the body should be at the same position. Okay, it means that we cannot replace the things, right? We are just hindering, we are just preventing the meeting of sperm and ovum for the fixed period of time. Okay, so that for that point, that should be reversible and there should be no side effects, right? Then comes to the non-interfering with the sexual intercourse or the sexual drive or the desire. It means that it should not prevent all these things, because these are again very important for any couple, because psychologically or any physically they should be satisfied. Okay, so in that time, if they are going for any of the contraception method, it should not hinder that one. Okay, so these are the features. So now we will understand that what are the different contraception method. Okay, first we will start with the natural method. Okay, There are so many methods. Natural method means that naturally it is happening. We are not going to use any chemical, we are not using any barrier. So this method is what? This is 100% natural, in which there is no role of any other means. So in this natural method, what is the thing here? It will avoid the chances of the sperm and the ovum meeting. It means that when there will be the birth of a child, starting will from where? When any sperm will reach up to the ovum, okay, and it will get fertilized, then only it will lead to the formation of zygote, then embryo, then fetus, then after the baby, expelling out of the baby. So if we will avoid this place, okay, if we will avoid the chances of meeting the sperm and ovum, and between them we are providing some barrier, okay, due to that what will happen? The sperm will not be able to reach up to the ovum. If there will be no fertilization, there will be no we can say no zygote, no formation of the embryo or fetus or the any baby, right? So the main objective is what? Is just to create a barrier between these two. So how you can create the barrier? For that, you have to understand what is the female reproductive structure. If you will recall it, what is the female reproductive structure? This one we have done, that these are the fallopian tube, okay, and from here what is happening? This fallopian tube, it is capturing with the help of embryos these eggs, okay. So this egg will release into the fallopian tube, right? And here we all know that two canals are there, that is one, it is a cervix and this one is the vagina, okay. Two openings, and inner to it there is a endometrium lining just for the implantation of the baby, okay. Now what is happening in this natural method? If any sperm is entering through this vaginal part towards the uterus, okay, so we are providing any barrier between it, okay. But here in this natural method, instead of using barrier, what we are doing? We are avoiding this chance of the fusion of sperm. It means that sperm will not be able to reach up to the ovum. If it will reach, okay, it will not get any ovum. It means that there is a fixed time. If you recall the menstrual cycle, okay, so only on the 14th day, this release of egg, it will take place on the 14th day only, okay, in which the LH hormone is at high level. So it means that if there will be no ovulation, if any of the sperm get enter inside this female urogenital tract, what will happen? It will not find any ovum, right? If it will not find any ovum, there will be no fertilization. This is the main objective, right? So here what we are saying, that the first method that comes under the natural method is what? It is a periodic abstinence or the rhythm method, or we can say natural family planning method. Why it is so? Because we know that 7 to 10 days, they are the fertile period of any female, right? It means that some days we are moving this side and some days we are moving this side, okay. So there is a high chances on 14th day to get the ovulation, okay. So we are considering 5 days this side and 5 days this side. It means that we are assuming that the 7 to 10 days of the menstrual cycle, they are the most fertile period of any female, okay. So during that time, if any couple avoids the intercourse, and that time there is no chance of the fertilization, okay. So what I said, that the couple, they have to be stopped for this intercourse at a certain period of time. It means that at this particular phase, if they will avoid the intercourse, there will be no chances of the pregnancy, right? So this method is what? Periodic abstinence. It means that for some period of times we are stopping this thing, okay. Then comes to the coitus interruptus. Coitus means, again, it's an intercourse. Interruptus means we just interfering, right? So here we know about the male reproductive structure and the female reproductive structure, right? So if this one is what? This one is a uterus, and how there will be the insemination when the penis will ejaculate all its semen towards the female genital tract, okay. If it is a penis, Okay, what is happening in this method? Just during the coitus, as there will be a time of the ejaculation, the male partner will withdraws its penis, okay, withdraws its penis from the female part. What will happen? There will be no chances of the fertilization, because whatever the ejaculation of semen, it will take place outside. It is not going to take place inside the female body. So this method, it is known as what? It is known as coitus interruptus. It means that rejected sexual intercourse. It means that before the fertilization they have rejected that thing, or it is also known as pull out method. It means that before the ejaculation they are pulling out or withdrawing its penis from the female partner, right? So this is the good method. Again, the third one is the lactational amenorrhea. In lactational amenorrhea, again we have to understand the menstrual cycle. Okay, lactation means just after the delivering of the baby, just after the parturition, what happens? There will be the increase in the level of the mother's milk. Okay, due to this increased level of mother milk, what is happening? During this time when mother is feeding to the baby, there will be no ovulation. Okay, so it was assumed, or it was find out that during the time when mother is feeding to the baby, there will be no ovulation. Okay, if there will be no ovulation from this ovary, the egg will not release into the fallopian tube. If any of the sperm or if any of the male partner, it will ejaculate inside the female genital tract, there is no use, because if no egg is there, only sperm is going inside it, so they are not going to fertilize. Okay, so that's why we are saying lactational amenorrhea. Why? Because during the period of that time in which there will be the milk secretion, there is no chances, or there is a less chances to get fertilized, because there is no ovulation, right? But again, this method is not that much reliable. Okay, or it's reliable up to 6 months only, right? So just up to the 6 months, but sometimes it happens that the pregnancy can be there. Okay, so we can say in conclusion, and yes, natural method having some advantage and having some disadvantage. So what is the advantage? It means that this method is free from any side effects. Okay, this is just 100% natural method, no side effects are there. But yes, if I will talk about the effectiveness, okay, if I will see the features, how they, whether they are fulfilling all the features of the contraceptive, yes or no. So they are having no side effects. Okay, they are also reversible also. But if I will talk about the effectiveness, they are not 100% effective. Why this so? Maybe chances that there will be some period in which ovulation has been taken place, and if any entry of the sperm will take place inside the female body, there may be chances of fertilization. Likewise, during the ejaculation, during the second method, may be chance that the person, he was not knowing that whether ejaculation is there, and almost ejaculation has been done. So in that situation, what happens that yes, again this method is not that much 100% effective. They can go for this method, but yes, they have to take care of various things. Okay, so this is the natural method. Now comes to the barrier method. Barrier means if we are creating barrier between the male part as well as the female part. Due to that, there will be no meeting of sperm and ovum. Okay, so we are preventing the meeting of the sperm and ovum in this method. So how we can prevent it? There are different methods here. The first one is the mechanical method. It means that we are using some things which we are using mechanically. Okay, and sometimes it can be the chemical also. Right? So here, if I will talk about the mechanical method, very common it is what? It is the condoms. Okay, this one is again important. Why? Because most of the people, they are preferring for this condoms here. Okay, it's very simple to use. Okay, it can be available anywhere. So it is following most of the features of this contraceptives here. Okay, so what we can say, that in case of condoms, what they are doing, the male, it is covering its penis. Okay, the male, it's covering its penis, and after covering its penis, it is just going for the coitus. If there will be coitus, what will happen? As this condom is made up of what? It is made up of the rubber or the latex sheath, okay, which is very thin. So whatever the ejaculation of semen it will take place inside the condom zone. Okay, so it is preventing. So what it is doing? It is creating the barrier between these two meeting, right? So due to that there will be no meeting of the sperm and ovum here, and there will be no fertilization, right? So this is the condoms method. Now you can see that this condom is available for male as well as female. So when it is using for the female, what names we are indicating? Femidoms. So femidoms are what? Which can be inserted into the cervix or the vaginal part. Okay, so it means that when the female, it is covering its cervical or the vaginal part, and due to this, what will happen? If penis will inserted inside the female genital tract, there will be no chances of the meeting of sperm and ovum. Why? Because we have created a barrier between these two parts. Okay, so these are what? Condoms and femidoms. They are widely accepted method, or this is widely used by the people because they are having so many features of good contraceptives, right? So we can say that it's very easy to use, okay, or it can be self-inserted. So no medical supervision is required for this method here. Okay, so what we can say, they can be self-inserted as well as they are disposable. Once we have used it, we cannot go for it. Okay, so it's a disposable method. And the third very important thing, that is a privacy. So it is maintaining the privacy of that person who are using it, and along with this, it is helping the people for the STDs also, because it's a very important issue for these days. What are they? STD, sexual transmitted disease. So if the person, they are going for any of the intercourse unprotected, so they have to go for the condoms, okay, because they are the best method to prevent from these sexual transmitted diseases, right? So many reasons to use this condoms here. Now comes to the diaphragms, cervical caps, vaults, all these things. Again, they are the mechanical method in which what they are using? They are using the structures just in the cervical part or the vaginal part. Okay, so again, these all method, they are used by the females. Okay, this condom can be used by male and the female. Okay, in case of female, it will be called as a femidoms, but these diaphragms, cervical caps, vaults, all they are used by the female partner. And in this method, what they are doing, they are again having thin structure made up of rubber. So it is, they are inserting inside their body to cover this uterus, okay, just through the cervix and the vagina. And due to that, if any of the intercourse will be there, there will be no ejaculation of semen inside the body, and there will be no fertilization. Okay, so all these methods used by the female. But if you will compare it, here it is disposable method. It means that they can dispose it, but here they can be reusable method. Okay, now comes to the chemical barrier. Chemical barrier means that along with this physical barrier, along with this mechanical barrier, what they are doing, if they are inserting this vaults or the cervical caps, okay, there may be chances of any leakage from any part. So in that time, these spermicidal cream, spermicidal means those cream which having the ability to kill the sperms, okay, they are known as what? They are known as the spermicidal cream. So here it means that they can use this chemical with this mechanical method, so that there will be no chances of any fertilization here in the female body, right? So what we can say here, that spermicidal cream we are using just to kill the sperms, and some jelly, some foams are also there to restrict the mobility or to restrict the meeting of this sperm and ovum, right? So these are what? These are the natural method, and these are the barrier method. So after that, some more methods are there. Okay, after the different contraceptive method which we have done, the first one, the natural method, then we have done the barrier method. Okay, so again under this barrier method we have done the mechanical method and the chemical method. So again what we are doing, we are creating a barrier between male and female part. Okay, so here there is another contraceptive, that is the IUDs. IUDs means intrauterine devices. It means that which are inserted in the uterus, okay, so that these devices can hinder the or prevent the meeting of sperm and ovum. Okay. So what are these IUDs? So many IUDs are there in the market. The first one is a non-medicated IUDs. Example is Lippes loop. So this Lippes loop, it is provided insert inside the female genital tract. Again, if I will draw the structure here, okay, if this is the structure, so these are what? These are the fallopian tubes, okay, and this part is what? Uterus, and the cervix, and this part is what? Vagina, okay. So now, what is the requirement for this IUDs? These IUDs, they are inserted inside the uterus, okay. So once it has been inserted inside the uterus, what is happening? This loop-like structure we have inserted, okay. Now, if there will be any ejaculation, if there will be any ejaculation to or insertion of the penis towards the female genital tract, what will happen? It will restrict the entry of the sperm inside the female genital tract, okay, and due to that there will be no fertilization in the body, okay. So what we can say, if these are the ovary, they are releasing the ovum, and egg is there, there will be no entry of this sperm inside it, what will happen? There will be no fertilization. So what is the example? It's a Lippes loop. It's just like a loop-like structure. Then comes to the copper releasing IUDs. Copper releasing means they are releasing the copper ions. Okay. So when they are inserting, for example, copper T and copper 7, it just in form of what? They are just in form of T-shaped. Okay. And here some part is given, and likewise this copper 7 is there. So what it is, they are inserting inside the female genital tract, and these are releasing the copper ions, and these copper ions, what it is doing? It is preventing the meeting of the sperm and ovum. It means that it is decreasing the mobility or the motility of the sperm, okay, because it is having some effect which will act upon the sperms, okay. Likewise, there is a multi-load 375 which is very, very effective. So all these methods are what? Which are inserted inside the female genital tract, okay, or we can say inside the uterus. So third one is what? Hormone releasing IUD. So here this is the copper releasing, but in the third one we are talking about the hormone releasing. It means that they are releasing some hormones, and due to this hormone it will suppress the effect of other hormone which are having increasing the capacity for the fertilization, okay. So again, if I will recall the menstrual cycle, okay, on 14th day there is a ovulation, okay. It means that LH hormone is more at that time, and after this 14 days what is happening? If there will be fertilization, there is a more chances of the pregnancy, and due to that there will be increased level of the progesterone, okay. So we can say that after 14 days there is a more chances of the progesterone, and due to this increased level of the progesterone, what is happening? There will be a decrease of this LH hormone, okay. We are using this concept here also. So whenever we are using this hormone release ID, so they are releasing more and more progesterone, okay. So what is the use of this hormone releasing ID? They are releasing the progesterone hormone, and due to this progesterone there will be less release of the LH hormone or any other hormone, okay, like the FSH. If there will be no formation of the egg, there will be no fertilization, okay. So what we are doing here, we are using those IUDs which contain the progesterone, and the name is what? Progestat, or the LNG20, which contains the progesterone hormone, right. Then comes to the points which has to be discussed under this IUDs. So if we are using these IUDs, how they are acting upon and how they are working. So the first thing, they are increasing the phagocytosis of sperm. What do you understand by the phagocytosis? It means that if any of the foreign material is going to enter inside the human body, so human body is going to reject that thing, okay, because they are having so many WBCs are there, okay, some acidic nature is there. So it means that they are having so many methods so that if any foreign material is entering, so it will detect it. So likewise, the female genital tract is also very, very we can say conscious about the things which is coming from the outside. So for that, sperm is also a foreign material which is going to enter inside it. That's why the pH of the vagina, it is acidic in nature, okay, just to kill the things which is coming from the outside. Second thing, if I will talk about this vagina, they are having so many cells which is going to engulf the things like sperms which is entering from outside, they are going to engulf. So all these methods that are the IUDs, whether it's a copper releasing or any hormonal, so what they are using, they are using this concept, they're increasing the phagocytosis nature. Okay, it means that now the vagina or the cervix, they are more effective for the phagocytosis. Okay, if any of the sperm it is coming, so it is going to kill it or it is going to engulf it, and this sperm will not be able to reach up to the egg. Right. So what we have done, we have increases the phagocytosis of the sperm. Then comes to suppresses sperm motility. It means that when we are using the copper releasing ions, so these ions, what they are doing, they are suppressing. If any of the sperm is going here, so it will restrict the entry. Okay, how it is restricting? Just to decrease the motility. If the sperm will not get motile, what will happen? It will not reach up to the ovum. Okay, so what we are doing in this method, we are increasing the phagocytosis nature. Second thing, we are suppressing the sperm mobility, and due to that there will be no fertilizing effect of the sperm. Third thing, in case of hormone releasing IUDs, what it is doing, it is releasing such hormones which is not fit for the female to get pregnant. Okay, so here the uterus becomes the unaffected. Okay, it will become the hostile, and due to that there will be no such fertilization will take place due to this hormone releasing IUDs also. Okay, because we have increased the level of the hormone, and that's why the other hormones will get inhibited. Okay, now comes to the oral contraceptive method. It means that these are what? These are important, or these has to be done by only the medical practitioner. No one can do by self. Okay, if you will compare with the condoms, they are the self-inserted, but here there is a need of the doctor. Okay, the third one is the oral contraceptive method. It means that orally the couple, they can take it, or it has been taken by the female, so that there will be no chances of the meeting of the male and female. Okay, the gametes of the male and female. So here oral contraceptive methods are what? In which we are using the hormonal preparation. It means that again we are using the same concept. If we are using any hormone, or if we are increasing any hormone, it will suppress the effect of other hormone. Okay, and this thing we are using it. So what we are doing here, the hormonal preparations are there. It means that we are using the combination or that hormone in form of the pills. Here we have inserted, but here we are making the pills of these hormones, and hormones will remain same. It will be the progesterone. Okay, because it's a pregnancy hormone. Now the first oral contraceptive, it can be the combined pills. It means that when we are using these hormones with a combination, it means that there is a combination of progesterone and the estrogen. So due to the increased level of the progesterone and estrogen, there will be less release of any other hormone like LH or FSH. Okay, and due to that there will be no ovulation, and if there will be no ovulation, there will be no chances of the pregnancy. Right, so examples are what? Mala D, Mala N. Right, then comes to the mini pills. It means that it contains only one hormone. Here it's a combination of hormone, but here it's a only progesterone. Right, progesterone contains what? It contains the progesterone hormone. Now comes to the features of these oral contraceptives, that what they are doing, they are inhibiting the ovulation. As I have said to you, that if progesterone level will increase, it will decrease it will inhibit the secretion of the LH and the FSH. If there will be no release of the LH and FSH, no formation of follicle, no rupturing of the follicle. Okay, no ovulation will be there. So what it is doing, it is inhibiting the ovulation and modifies the quality of the cervical mucus. It means that it will make the cervical mucus that type, so that it will retard the entry of any of the sperm to get enter inside the female body. Okay, then comes to the modifies endometrium. What does it mean? Endometrium means the inner lining of the uterus. Okay, which is responsible for the implantation of the we can say embryo. Right. So these types of oral contraceptive, as this should be taken, so what they will do, they will make the place, this will modify this endometrium unsuitable for the implantation. It means that there will be no implantation in this endometrium lining just due to the use of this oral contraceptives. Okay, then comes to the another thing, it should be taken daily for 21 days. Okay, if I will call about this combined pills Malati and Malayan, so what does it role? It means that they have to use for 21 days. They should not skip any day. Okay, so in 28 days cycle of menstrual cycle, so we are considering first 5 days of the menstrual cycle, and after that they should continue the pills on the daily basis, right? There is very important role of this Saheli. This is the advantage here of the oral contraceptive, that it was developed by the CDRI, okay, Central Drug Research Institute, which is located in Lucknow, and this question can be asked in your examination, right? So what they have done, they have made these pills just like the which contain the non-steroid, okay, and what is the non-steroid compound which is present here? Centromine. So what is the use or what is the advantage over this pills here? It means that they can take place on the weekly basis, okay, but here they have to take on the daily basis for 21 days, but here they can, the females, they can take this pills only once a week, okay, and they are having less side effects as compared to the above one, right? So there is a very important role of the Saheli, right? Then comes to the implant or the injection. It means that same how implant means something just implanting with inside the skin, okay, or beneath the skin. What they are doing, implanting the things. Example is Depo-Provera. So they are inserted by the medical supervision, okay, and this can be effective for a longer period of time, okay. And again, what they are releasing the hormones, progesterone, okay. Then comes to the emergency contraceptive. Sometimes you must have heard about the emergency situation in which we are talking about the rape cases or any pregnancy which should not be continued. So in that time, this emergency contraceptives, they are very useful. Okay, so within the 72 hours of the coitus, if this should be given to the female, what will happen? It is not going to affect or it is not going to implant in this endometrium, and due to that there will be no fertilization and there will be no implantation, and it will not give the birth of the baby. Okay, so likewise we can control the population of our country and we have to do it. Okay, so this is the thing we should make aware all the people, those who are the reproductive age as well as those who are the couples, right? So that's all for today. Thank you.